Greetings, my name is Chamomile, and this is an exploration of the entire galaxy sector by sector. Today we're looking at the Glythe Sector, an 8th Pride Jewel command with the new territories at the mid-rim. There are 3 sentient species native to Glythe Sector. Let's get the ones you've never heard of out of the way first. The Fef-Z are sentient insect swarms native to planet Fef, a jungle world teeming with far too much life. The Fef-Z are ordinarily non-sentient bugs individually, but can act as synapses in a distributed brain when they come together to form swarms. So a single Fef-Z is a swarm of 100-ish physically disconnected bodies. You can see why the Republic didn't realize these guys were sentient until long after they'd given Glythe Sector to someone else. The other species you've never heard of are the Vores of planet Vortex, a planet with very high winds pretty much year-round. These are wingling aliens who have, no interesting history. The most prominent thing I could find is that they built a really cool temple called the Cathedral of Winds, which resonates with tones with the winds, and which was destroyed when a B-wing was shot down into it during a skirmish in the Galactic Civil War. The Vores didn't really mind. I'm not sure why the Vores don't have their own sector, but they do have representation in the New Republic as a planet, something that you usually only see in the core. The species you've heard about is the Zabrak of planet Iridonia, who also have a bunch of pretty major colony worlds all through this sector. Feldrona, Frithia, Iridia, Lorista. Iridonia and her colonies were close enough to the heart of Sith space and on an important enough hyperlane that they wound up on the front line of the Sith Wars a couple of times in the Old Republic era. Iridonia is an acid desert with thin strips of arable land and deep canyons, so the Zabrak who live there are pretty tough and have a culture of martial pride. That kind of thing doesn't do much when the enemy has artillery shells and you've run out, but backed up by the weapons production of core worlds like Balmora, the Zabraks were a rock that neither the Sith nor the Mandalorians were able to break through. The planet has been partially occupied, but never completely taken by force. Pretty good track record for being at a flashpoint in the Sith Wars. The Zabrak are one of several species fairly heavily associated with Jedi in this general region of space, alongside the Togruta and Keldor and nearby 7th Golden Disc Command. And the Zabrak kept their heads down along with the rest of them and hoped the Empire just ignored them, which it mostly did. The Rebels did have a secret base on the planet Nedtan in this sector, a desolate planet with ruins left behind by an unknown species on it. The Imperials dug them out during the mid-rim retreat, and Captain Brent Derlin led a raid to capture some Imperial landing ships and use them to evacuate past the Star Destroyer in orbit before they realized it was a captured ship.